Hello, welcome to the Wiltshire Caravans handover video for this Coachman Laser Xcel 850. It's a 2023 model. For those of you who are keen-eyed, you'll see that the lockers are slightly open. That's just to make it easier for me to open things when trying to do things one-handed. So, starting at the back as I normally do. So you've got the grab handles, you've got the light clusters, so that's for your reverse lights, running lights, brake lights, etc. You'll see that these have the self-leveling, so obviously no corner steady worrying about. You've got the high line brake light. Stuff going around to the offside. First thing we get to is this locker here. This locker simply just goes straight onto the bed. You can see it comes with a kind of a waste, that's a taxi, so basically that's for your wastewater, and also the pipe work there is for your onboard water tank, which is actually underslung, which is under there. That's your water tank. Okay. Next thing we get to, the all-important toilet area. So yeah, that's where you put your, that's the rinse reservoir. So whether you put pink in there, pink fluid, or just water, entirely up to you. If you just use water, you've got less chance of blocking up the impellers. I just use an old 2-litre pop bottle to fill it up. Then you get down to the cassette. It's the standard Thetford cassette. So this comes straight out. This handle here is telescopic, so it will come out to, you can carry along like a trolley dolly. You'll know when this needs emptying because there's a light that comes on in the toilet area, just to show you where it comes out. Anyway, when you want to empty, this goes forward, turn that, take that off, put it somewhere safe. You don't want that falling into the normal receptacle. Then literally tip forward, press the button on the top, and allow everything to come out. Okay, so you'll want to rinse straight after that. So slide that back, open there, rinse in there. You just see the pump in there. Well, the float, sorry, I should say. That's the once that's at its zenith. That's when it tells the system that the toilet is full up. So rinse out. Make sure you close that part, and swirl it around a bit and repeat the process. Okay. The lid also has on some measurements on there. I don't know if you can see them very clearly. So if you are filling up whatever liquid you're using to go into the cassette, whether it's the blue or the green, the organic stuff, that will tell you how much to put in. Okay. And that literally just slides straight back in there. That clicks in there. Happy days. One thing I need to show you, up in here, just above the cassette part, there's a little pipe. So when it comes to winter, you will want to empty out the toilet reservoir. Literally, rubber bung just comes out. Make sure you've got a bucket underneath it to catch it all, just so you don't have anything in there over winter freezing. Okay, underneath there, got your waste outlets. So you've got waste from the sinks. They are the kitchen and the bathroom sink, and for the shower. This particular one's been fitted with Power Touch Evolution auto engage movers. That's a separate video altogether. So alloy wheels, 4 of them. Well, 4 on the van and 1 underneath. One's underslung, the spare wheel. The wheel nut torque is 130 Newton meters. Tyre pressure, I'm not sure at this moment, but we can check. We'll have a quick look on the weight plate on the other side, and that will tell us the correct tyre pressures. Come along a bit further on, come to the battery box, and this is where the electric hookup goes in. We also put our isolators for the motor mover there. It's actually placed there specifically so you cannot engage the motor mover while you're still plugged into the mains. Okay. Also behind there, you can just about see there's an aerial connection point. Some sites you may go to will have poor signal, so you might have an aerial on the pole, on your electric pole, that you can get some, as long as you've got some coax, you can actually fit that in and have TV signal. Okay. Next point coming up to the water. This is where the water pump goes in, the whale system. I do have a demo pump with me. I'll just open up the storage locker. So there's the storage locker on the off side. On the near side, same size locker, but it's for your gas bottles. So the pump itself slides in, clip that down, just put that in there, and that's where, and this is the part that goes into the aqua roll. Okay, that little clip there is to just so you can hold the pump off the floor while you're filling up your aqua roll. This caravan does also have an internal tank, and I'll show you how we fill that up shortly when we go inside. Next door to it, we've got an outside shower, cold water only, so boots and dogs. So, next across, Alder heating and hot water system on here, the Alder Compact 3030. That area there, if you're using gas, that's your exhaust port. Only one other thing really to show you on this side is it's got a light, an external service light on the off side. Okay, so coming around to the front, obviously there's one of the lockers open. I'll just shut that up for us now. So Coachman grab handles on either side. Again, it will take some moving. This thing, it's the best part of 2 tons at the best of times, so it will take some heaving about. 3 windows. Runs on the Alco chassis. It's got the Alco ATC, so the Alco trailer control. Basis of that is if the caravan starts to go out of shape while you're travelling, a sensor underneath the chassis just basically dabs the brakes on, just to steady the ship, so to speak. Hopefully you'll only notice it when you go over a speed hump or something. At that point, the caravan will feel a little bit heavier for a couple of seconds. Okay, so going on to the near side now. So at the front, we've got the external gas barbecue point. I know I say it in all the videos, but it's worth reminding you, please do not use a gas barbecue inside an awning. Not the best of ideas. You've also got an external 230-volt socket with a cutout there, so you can run an extension lead into your awning if you have one. Next along, it's just a locker underneath the bed box or the sofa at the front. There you can see it comes with 2 Alco wheel locks. There's the shower, outside shower, and there's also a direct input water pump that goes direct to a tap if you're on a fully service pitch. Okay, very brief look at the inside. Hello inside, we shall see a bit more of that in a minute. If I close the door up, you can just see it's pretty difficult because I've got a caravan next to me, just to show the vents for the fridge and freezer. Here's that weight plate I was talking about. So it's got the Chris number, which is the VIN on here, maximum plated weight 1910 kilograms. But yeah, underneath tyre pressure 35 psi for these, and the wheel nut torque. So the alloys 130 newton meters. The spare wheel is a steel wheel, and the torque for that is 88 newton meters. Okay. Other than that, not a lot to see down the side. What we should do, go on inside. We'll have a quick look around, then I'll explain things in a bit more detail. So, very quick look. That front sunlight, sunroof even. This Laser Xcel 850 has the biggest bathroom I think you are probably ever likely to find inside a caravan. I might be wrong, but it's certainly one of the biggest ones I've seen. Not sure if I'm going to be able to do it enough justice by going in here with a camera, well, with a phone with a camera on it. I'm pretty sure it's bigger than my old suite at home. I've got everything here inside one room. Large shower, nice big wardrobe. That's where the Alder fluid is, the Alder reservoir for the heating and hot water. See, toilet, basin, horrible picture. Oh no, it's a mirror, it's okay. Then into the bedroom. So a transverse bed coming from the offside. There's plenty of cupboard space above the bed. Place for a TV. So yeah, that's a very quick, brief walk around to the lounge area. And now we're going to do something a little bit more complicated. Well, not that much more complicated. Yeah. Okay, so the controls internally, we have got these Coachman controls at the top. They're straight above the door. It's a single door. It's not the barn door. It's a single door. The outside catch is magnetic rather than have one of the clips on the side, which is nice. So, however, here we go. Right, so this panel is not just using this laser Xcel. It's a Coachman. They're quite generic. There are one or two things that relate to motorhomes rather than caravans, but I'll quickly whip through that shortly. So main power on, or even on. So master on. First it comes up is the time. Believe me, that is not the time. I do not work at 2:18 in the morning, but we can certainly change that. To access all the menus, the up and down arrows. So you've got settings. This is your enter button. So you've got the display. You can change that. You can change the sound. Turn that off if you want to. Calibrate the water. Auto pump, see chain. Right, that's all to do with the motorhome. Don't worry about that. You don't need to know anything. Not likely to need notifications. Firmware, no. Save and exit. If you do change anything, you need to make sure you save and exit each time. Okay. So next one down. Fill tank. So you've got an internal tank, as I said. To fill the tank from here, you would press on there, because it's saying pump must be on to fill the tank. That's the water pump there. You'll probably hear it. I've got a demo pump in at the moment. Hopefully you'll be able to hear that. Yeah, just about. You may not pick it up on there, but pump off. So anyway, pump must be in to fill the tank. Once that's in, you can then fill the internal tank. Fill tank's currently got nothing in it at the moment. Well, I know that. So next one down, you can choose external pump, which we've got in at the moment, as I showed you earlier, or you can use internal pump. So if your internal tank is already full, if you filled it, you can use the internal pump. Just put it back to external because we've got nothing, no water in the internal pump. Water level 0. Internal temperature is currently 24 degrees in here, and it feels like it. And the leisure battery voltage is 13.9. I'm not surprised we are plugged into the mains. So with the clock, to set the time, clicks up. I can't even speak. Clock set hours. It's easy for you to say. I don't actually know what the time is at the moment. Let's have a rough guess. For example, 10 o'clock, 20 minutes. There you go. That's set. So it's as simple as that. Nothing complicated, thankfully. Okay, so lights. So, give you a clue there. The lights on them. Lights on. So I'll turn that off. The lights on. Second one is your awning light on. Okay. Now with your awning light, it does this side, the near side. However, there is, as I said, there's an offside service light, which is a little switch on the other side near where the TV antenna is. that little switch there, that would now have the service light on outside. Took me ages to work out what that was. There you go, I'm not the brightest. Okay. But whilst we're talking about lights, lots of these little individual lights. Press once for a little ambiance. Press again for the light up in full. Okay. Lights like this all the way around. There are light switches everywhere. Half the fun for you guys is to be finding out what they do. One of you will turn them on, one of you will turn them off. Oh, it'll be chaos. Like I say, lots of lights all over the place. Lots of light switches all over the place. But again, as we go around, we can find a few more. Okay, so there is the main control. Being British, we like our heating and hot water. We're running on the Aldi 3030 compact system. Power on there. I showed you when we had our brief walk round where the reservoir is for the Alda fluid. Shouldn't have to worry about that. This should be up to 5 years that the fluids last from now. It used to be 2 years, it's now 5 years. So that's good. Okay, so the first screen just shows you internal temperature and what temperature we're setting it to. To change the temperature on here, just literally take it down to whatever you want it to be. At that point, it will just turn the system off. Okay. So it's just like a thermostat at home. Up or down. Very simple. Menu gets you into another screen where we've got indoor, so that's what we are. So again, we go back to there. But now we get to choose what energy we're going to use. So we've got electricity, you've got 1 kilowatt, 2 kilowatt, 3 kilowatt. If I just turn it off, that's off. 1 kilowatt. It won't warm things up very quickly, to be fair. I would say most sites will have enough electricity available to go on to 2 kilowatts to warm everything up, and then turn it down to 1 kilowatt once it's at temperature. Okay. If you are at home or somewhere with lots of electricity, you can go to 3 and everything will warm up very quickly. Okay. You can also go on gas. If you press on that, I don't know if you can see that very clearly. Yeah, so you can go on to gas and electric, or just gas, however you want. Okay, does that make sense? Good. We also have, if you press up on the top of the screen, priority electricity, the load monitor, a high altitude mode if you're using these caravans over 1,000 meters above sea level. Good luck with that. Okay. Back menu brings you back to the screen. Hot water. So you've got the choices of off, on, or boost. If you boost the hot water for 30 minutes. But that does take all the power you're using away from the heating, so it will just do the hot water. Press menu again, you're getting to the settings where you've got night mode, day mode, delayed start, external start. We give you a book, and I'm also going to send you a link to the Alco own video, so that will show you all of the things you can do. The one thing about the Alco video, it will mention a dual climate system. That's not in place yet. Hopefully it will be the next year or so, but at the moment you're up to one temperature all round. We don't have the dual system just yet. But like anything we show you on these videos, if it's not clear, you can by all means give us a call on 01373 752 100 and we'll obviously help out in any way we can. Right, next important thing, possibly the most important thing, particularly at winter, is winterizing your caravan. So you need to drain down all the water from inside the caravan. So I'm just going to put this down a second, and I will show you where the drain down taps are in this model. It's by magic. So the drain down taps, there are two in here. That's the one on the blue tap there, or the blue pipe I should say, That's for your cold water, that drains down there, and the one attached to the red drains down the hot water. Now the taps in the position they are at the moment are draining out all of the water out of this caravan, so there's no water in there. When you want to fill up your water system, just press those down so they are horizontal rather than the vertical as they are at the moment. Okay. When you do that, make sure all your taps are closed, as in kitchen tap, as you can see at the moment, possibly the kitchen tap is open, so will the bathroom taps be, and including for the sink and for the shower, and that's to make sure all of the water drains out. Okay, so close your appliance taps first before you let water come back in. There is that's the where the water pump connects to on the other side. Occasionally you will be required to recalibrate. There is another video I've got for direct from Wales to show you how to do that. It's fairly simple. In most packs you do actually get an A4 sheet that just shows you how that's all done. Also under here, there's the control panel for the solar panel that comes as standard on the Laser Xcel range. You never need to worry about any of that. That's all in hand. These two blue boxes are just part of the motor mover system. And under here we have got the fuse box and the breaker switches. So if you do pop anything, normally the first thing to pop if you're using too much electricity is on the pole outside. But if that doesn't come right, it's going to be there. Okay, all right, just put everything back together again. Okay, so that's everything back together as it should be. What I didn't point out at the front, you've got a wireless charging point here, and there's also a DAB radio, DAB FM. Not sure if it does AM anymore. Don't even know if AM exists anymore. It's also got Bluetooth auxiliary as well. So nice little system for your entertainment. Come to the kitchen area. So we've got an area where you can store lots of items. Lots of drawer space. Round sink in here. Really nice cupboard space up here for your plates and your mugs. And there's the plug up there for the microwave. I do like this bit. Such a lovely little click there. Also have, I'm not going to teach you how to use a microwave, but that's where it is. You also have an extractor fan. Again, works away. There's also a light for the extractor fan. Whilst we're talking about lights, I didn't show you, underneath on the kitchen side, there's an LED light. That should have blinded you by now, but if you hold down on the button, it dims it as well, so you've got a dimmer switch. Which is nice. Cooker, it's got 3 gas rings and an electric hob. The gas rings definitely don't work when this is down. Don't put the lid down when the hob is hot. Asking for trouble. Got a light in the oven. Got oven and grill separate. There's your sparker. Again, I'm not going to teach you how to use a cooker. Underneath the cooker, though, we do have an isolator. This plug goes in there, and that's it's obviously it's taken out at the moment, so you cannot switch on the electric hob without those. Ooh, careful of that, they bite. So lots of drawer space in the kitchen. Ooh, old bones. Okay, so fridge freezer is on the opposite side to the cooker. Power on. Okay, so showing as battery and it's flashing, so if you're attached to the car and you've got a 13-pin plug or 2 7s, That should keep the fridge maintaining a temperature. It won't cool it down from the start, but it will maintain a temperature. To change that, we go into mode. So now it's gone on to gas. Click it again because we do not have gas connected at the moment. Then you have electricity, so on a normal site. But this has a lovely little bonus of the auto function. So if you click on auto, whatever you're using will come on. So if you're not on site, you're not plugged into electricity, it will automatically try to go onto gas. As soon as you plug your car in, it will go onto the leisure battery. It's not the leisure battery, I shouldn't say that. It's from the alternator of the car, from the car battery. Okay. And then this one just changes the temperature, up or down, as you require. Lovely thing about these fridges and freezers, they open up from both sides. So lefties, so you southpaws don't have to feel left out at all. Okay. Whilst we're still over this side, this is the area for TV. You've got a couple of USBs, you've got 12-volt socket, TV antenna, coax, and a satellite connector. Not that it has a satellite dish on here, but there are two 30-volt sockets. It comes ready with a TV bracket on. Under here is where the standalone table is kept, he says. Trying to get the carpet out of the way, but that's where that is. And into the bathroom. I should show you briefly the bathroom before. Again, a bathroom's a bathroom's a bathroom. Really good size. I can't emphasize how impressed I am with this bathroom. Toilet flush, that's that one. And that's where the light comes on when the toilet cassette requires emptying. Full swivel seat on these. And when you're finished what you're doing and empty it that way, but make sure you close it. If you don't close it, you'll struggle to get the, you won't get the cassette out of the outside of the caravan, and at that point you can break it if you try too hard. Excuse me. So like I said earlier, large shower. Very nice sized wardrobe, the light in it. As I said before, that's your Aldi heating fluid. As long as it's above minimum, that's fine. Well, that's when it's cold. Anything, because it will expand. If it is towards max and when you put the heating on, if it does overflow, it overflows outside of the caravan. So nothing to particularly panic about. Bedroom's a bedroom. These lights again, the beauty of these particular ones in the bedroom, they have USB sockets in, so that's quite a nice little touch. Nice quality feel to the drawers. The bed does extend out. I'll show anyone that on their actual handover if they want to see it. It's not complicated, but lifting up as we do. Just wanted to show you, I spoke earlier about the internal tank being outside, what it is. So this is, it's very complicated this is. Right, so this plunger, however you want to call it, literally just pushes in. It's very difficult again to do this, trying to see what I'm doing, looking at the camera as well. So that will be in, then to empty that tank, literally just pull that out. If the pressure on the internal tank, or your internal pump I should say, is a little bit variable and it seems to be pulsing a bit, there is a pressure switch just under there that you just need to adjust, small adjustments just to change everything. But really, that's pretty much it for this Coachman Laser Xcel 850. More light switches, another area for a TV in the bedroom. It is, yeah, there's a 30-volt socket there as well. Beautifully laid out. I really do like this caravan. But there we go, I like lots of caravans. and should treat them all equally. So if you have any questions, do please give us a call on 01373 752 100. You know, I don't think it's possibly too much of a silly question. They usually aren't. If you don't know the answer, it's not a silly question at all. But as always, I will ask if you do like these videos and find them useful, do like and share. Yeah, the more likes we get on our YouTube page, the better. So anyway, thank you for watching. Catch you for the next one. Bye bye now. This is a very quick video for this one. I'm going to do a quick difference between the 2024 Laser Xcel, which you're stood next to now, and the 23. I've already done a handover video for the 23. The 24 is very similar, but I do want to just share with you what the changes are. Externally and internally, it's minimal-ish, if I could say that. But come on with me, there's nothing outside that we need to worry about. However, inside, there's a few little differences. Firstly, the internal water tank. Whereas in the 2023 model, it was under the bed and it was underslung. Now, it's inside and it is in the front, under here. So under here, you've got your water tank. Much easier access and much easier to drain down, whereas last time it was a tap that you had to pull, well, a plunger almost, you pulled up and did this. To empty the tank, turn that tap into this position, and when you want to use your internal tank and fill it up, just close the tap. That's closed now, so it'll fill up, and that will empty anything out straight onto the floor. Very, very simple. There is a pressure switch over here. I don't know if you can see that, Danny. Little pressure switch there, so if the pressure's a little bit less than you want or a bit pulsy, just change that a quarter of a turn at a time until you get it how you want the water. So that's the first change. Quite a significant change and a good one. Second change, the fridge. Last year they had the Dometic fridges, remember, open both sides, so didn't open from both, you know, didn't want to open, well, as I was going to say, open them together and the doors fall off. But this one, Thetford fridges, fridge freezer, a lot nicer, probably easier to operate as well. Very simply, press the on button, and you'll have your options of what fuel you're going to use. You've got electricity, you've got off the car battery or gas. To change it, press and hold that square there. Things start flashing. So you can go onto the car alternator, you can go onto gas, or you can go onto auto. But if you're always on site, click on that one, and then all you do, to whatever temperature you want your fridge freezer to be, and select. Simple as that. And the doors don't fall off. Major change, I'm just going to turn that off, but major change is the bathroom. If you remember last year, the 2023s, the bathroom of the 850, the Laser Xcel 850, was enormous. It was like having an ensuite. Now, this is now more of a standard configuration. If you remember from the 2023, it actually came out to about here, and this wardrobe was inside the bathroom, in effect. So now it's back in the bedroom, and you've still got plenty. You've got a lot more space now because you don't have such a big bathroom. Much more space, much nicer in my humble opinion. Other changes, mainly cosmetic. For example, these lights, if you remember last year, they were just touch, you just had to touch them. These do have a little button on them now, but they're more flexible. Taps are flexible, and the colours are slightly different. Other than that, anyone who's going to be purchasing an 850 and looking for the handover video, I will send you the 2023 with this addition on it, and that's pretty much it. Although I can't think, there might be one other thing, whereas this has got a USB-C point now, whereas I don't think the 2023 did. I could be wrong, don't hang me for it. But this is it, the 2024 Laser Xcel 850. Okay, thanks for your time.